and I think it's very important for us to be honest, it's really, really scary. It's scary because a lot of these spaces, unlike you guys, if anything, y'all can fail together. If anything, if something go down, it's more than just one of y'all. In most of these spaces, I'm usually the only one.
Mm-hmm.
And even more than that, and I found this out in higher education as I moved up higher and higher in education. I became not only the only Black male, but in a lot of cases, the only Black person in a lot of these spaces. You all know this because we've bumped into each other in tech spaces. That's lonely, especially not only when you're trying to navigate yourself through it, but you're trying to learn it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to continue to make hit records when none of us know the real equation to hit records. I'm trying to stay current, but then I got to learn accounting. I got to, I'm going overseas, navigating myself in spaces that I've never been before. Then, what they don't talk about is the music industry gets younger and younger while the people who own the music industry get older and older and wiser. So Master P may come up with a stellar contract that breaks down the walls, or Michael Jordan, in the case of shoes, may come up with a deal that's never been seen before. But then white folks are not gonna let that happen again.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to find another way to do it. And every time we break through, the contracts get tighter and tighter, but we're getting younger and younger and younger. And your music is becoming more disposable and more disposable. So to answer your question directly, in a lot of these spaces, bro, I don't even have anybody to go to. In acting, man, like I'm acting across from some of the greatest actors on this planet. And I just got to the point where I can call Samuel L. Jackson. And although, yeah, I'm tough from a street perspective, but I'm dealing in things and in rooms that I've never, ever experienced before. And like you say, I'm representing us, whether I want to or not.
Right.
But I'm just glad that my parents instilled something in me. And hip hop, from the standpoint of when I was growing up, was intelligent. So I always learned to study. I'll give y'all an example. My first Gatorade contract, I actually wrote the contract myself. And I wrote the contract because I went to LegalZoom. That's when LegalZoom first came out. And I downloaded every contract that had something to do with marketing, that had to do anything with commercials and music. And I studied. Watch what I did. Most lawyers charge you by what? The hour, right? Have you ever noticed in most cases, you only really spend 30 minutes, but they always charge you by the what?
The hour.
So every time I would read something in LegalZoom that I didn't understand, when my lawyer got his ass up, no, sit your ass back down. I got 30 more minutes. I got these list of questions. So after about 20 times of doing this with my lawyer, I got that shit. And it got to the point where other rappers would call me and say, hey, bro, read over my contract. I could pick out what was wrong. I didn't know how to rewrite the contract, but I could pick out what was wrong. But it was because I had the internal fortitude to study and learn on my own. I hope that answers the question.
So you got your 4 hours worth.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Did they ever get mad at you for like, yo, bro?
Yeah.
Consultation is over.
Well, no, I will tell you that come to find out, that particular lawyer that I'm talking about ended up being a thief. And but he told me to my face, he told me two things that were very powerful. Number one, when he read over the Gatorade contract, he said, I corrected a few grammatical errors in a few terms. He said, but for the most part, I can't charge you. He said, you did that. He really looked at me and was like, bro, you did that. And what he did say about me that I thought was honorable, he said, David Banner, unlike most people, you handle business the same way you are in real life. Like, one of the hardest things for me is to negotiate with producers because I'm a producer. I say this all the time. Most black people don't want to free the slaves. They want the opportunity to hold a whip. How am I going to fuck over a young producer when I am a producer? That ain't God-like to me. You feel me?
Yeah.
So he was like, you're the same man in a contract that you are on the streets. And that's all I could ever ask in business or in life or in the spiritual realm, period.
That's integrity right there.